Hey guys, welcome to Joko Outdoors. My name's Ken, and today I'm going to be reviewing this red dot scope I got off of, it's actually a red dot, not a scope, but a red dot that I got off Amazon. So let's get started. Alright, first thing, this is going to be an unboxing. Show you what's in here. This red dot is made by Dagger Defense. It's a veteran-owned company, and I always try to support veteran companies because, as you guys know, I'm a veteran. So let me let it open up. Now, it had come with a zip tie around it. I cut that off just so I could look and make sure everything was inside. But let me go ahead and show you. It comes in this nice little box, so when you're not utilizing it on your weapon, you can put it back into the box and keep it protected. That's the scopes that I see. So let me go ahead and get this box opened. Alright, so with the hard case, when you put it back in here, you can keep it protected. That way, if it happens to get bumped or whatever, this keeps it safe. So, I'll pull this guy out. Alright, so here it is. Alright, so this is the Dagger Defense DDHB. I guess the DD stands for Dagger Defense. And like I said, this is a veteran company. And it's much like some of the other red dots that are out there. One thing that intrigued me about this one and why I wanted to get this particular one is because of how far this hood goes over. Because sometimes on red dots, the biggest complaint is the sun. So when the sun's shining, you can't see the dot, even with it at full intensity. And much like most of these, with full intensity, it starts to haze. But this is not a problem with this guy. Because it's got this shield, so it's going to give you pretty good protection from the sun. Now this particular one has 4 different types of dots. So you start over here on the far side, it gives you a cross with a dot in the center, and then you've got just a cross, then you've got a circle with a dot, and then you've got the regular dot. And I'll try to demonstrate each one of these as I go through it. All right, so we're going to start over here on the cross. All right, but before I get started, let me show you what's the rest in the box, because when I opened this up and pulled this out, I was like, wow, I wouldn't have never imagined that. So, it came with 2 batteries. Now, the first one I put inside already. It goes right here in the cap, so it screws off. Put the positive side down, and this battery is a 2032, which is pretty common for most of these. And then you put the cap back on, snug it down. Now, why I said this is pretty awesome is because I've seen most companies, they'll send it out with a battery already installed. I've never seen one send it out with a battery not installed, and much less 2 batteries. So that was pretty awesome. Alright, comes with a nice Dagger Defense sticker. I had to find some place to put that. It's got a information card about please read before you use. I'm talking about blurry receptacles may be caused by various reasons. First can be underpowered battery, even if new. Please try replacing the batteries and leave it on for 5 minutes to reset. The second issue been mentioned by the customer, saying that the astigmatism and or uncorrected vision affected the clarity, which he could figure that out. You know, if you don't have your glasses on, or if you have bad eyesight, the dot's going to be kind of blurry anyway. All right, back to the grind here. Sorry about that. Got interrupted with that was Brian. We're gonna go shoot today, but it looks like the weather's going to impede us, so we might have to go out tomorrow. But anyway, so this is a nice little card. Most of the companies will not send you a card telling you why it ain't working. You know, this guy took the time to put out a card to tell you what's going on, so that's nice. All right, comes with a cleaning cloth. Nice cleaning cloth to clean the lenses with, and a destruction manual, or an instruction manual as most people would say, but I call them destruction manuals because I usually destroy the manual before I even check it out. Now it's pretty straightforward. It tells you a little bit about the thing. So, tells you where the battery cover is, where the lens frame is, the reflex lens, elevation adjustment screw. So that's going to be right inside of here, right there. Right here, elevation screw. Windage screw is on the side, right here. Right here. And you got, obviously, the switch that controls it is on the side right here. And then they changed your different types of your reticle depending on what you want. It's on the back. And they have some other models that they have available. They got a DDHB, DDHT, and DDHQ is what the one I have. Got some information about troubleshooting, sighting in the red dot, basically your basic information about, how to basically run it. Pretty much all red dots are the same in that respect as far as how they operate. There's not anything really out of the craziness of red dots. You got a knob on the side that adjusts your intensity. This one has both red and green, not just a red dot, so it could be a green dot. So that was kind of cool. When I got it, I noticed that it had both. I didn't see it in the description. Put all this mess back in here and get this box out of the way. All right, so let's take a look at the features on here. All right, so right here is a selector. So I've got a green selection through intensity, and then I've got a red selection through intensity. And in the off position is where you're actually on the letter of the color. All right, so let's run through the red first. Let me see if I can get this to pick up on camera here. All right, let's see if I can see it. Yeah, there we go. You guys can see that kind of, sort of. All right, it's kind of off center because I'm trying to get this lined up. All right, so that is the cross, or it's the one. It's kind of like a cross with a dot in the center. Get this lined up here. There we go. All right, and then we adjust the intensity. Really need to get a rack for this so I can do this without having to hold it. Alright, turn it brighter. There we go. Brighter. Alright, so now I'm going to put it where it can see it pretty clearly. Alright, now I'm going to change the reticle here. Show you what they look like. Alright, so there's I call it the plus sign. It's got a little dot in the center of it. And you got your circle with a dot, which I kind of like, a little halo with a dot, and then you got your traditional just dot. Okay, and then also you have the same thing in the green. So if we flip over to the green, see if I don't know if I'll be able to get this one to show up, because green doesn't show up real well on the camera apparently. There it is. Green dot. And it's got the same thing, and it's got a different level of intensities for each one. This will mount on a Picatinny rail or regular scope mounts depending on the case. I was looking for one that had quick QD type disconnect on it, but they don't make one in this particular model with the QD. They do make some other ones that have the quick disconnect where it's got the lever that you can pull and take it back off, because I'm not planning on leaving this on the gun, constantly. I'm putting this on a 22. One of the things that I have seen in the reviews or the comments on Amazon was that you can shoot all the way. Everybody shot it up to a 308 with this, and had no problems. One guy said he shot on a 12 gauge and the lens fell out, but he called Dagger Defense and they sent him a brand new one. So real good company, and I don't expect anything less from a veteran-owned company. So that is the Dagger Defense DDHQ on Amazon, and I'll put a link to this down in the description. I'm going to give you a little bit more information about this. I went and looked it up on Amazon. I want to go over their specs so I can verify it, because that's one thing I want to do is start verifying. But on the back of the box, you got technical parameters. It says power is 1x. The objective aperture is 33 millimeters. Field of view is 15.8 at 100 meters. And that's inches. So that's pretty decent for a red dot. You know, it's not the best, and product dimension is 81.5 millimeters by 51.5 millimeters by 53.5 millimeters. So there's the parameters that are on the back. Now let me get into the information on. Let me get this thing set up here. Information that it says on Amazon. All right, so specifications says that it has. Whoa, don't scroll too much. It's constructed of aircraft grade aluminum and has a fan ergonomic design which saves space on the rail for other accessories. Equipped with a locking set screw to stabilize your sight adjustment. Use only if needed, and to turn 1.5 times clockwise only. Aperture, as I said, was 33 millimeters in length. It weighs approximately 291 grams, which is pretty light. I mean, I felt it's pretty light, but it's still got enough girth to it that you can tell it's a good product. And the field of view, once again, is 15.8 minutes at 100 meters. Or excuse me, 15.8 meters at 100 meters. And it's got a Picatinny type adjustment that you can mount it on Weaver type, any kind of Weaver type set as well. It's got one setting for red dot and one for green dot, and I showed you all the different adjustments. So far everything matches the parameters they put on here. Nothing out of the ordinary. And I ran this on my my 22. We didn't get video. I'm not going to add any of the video on this, and this is a unboxing type video. But on our next video, on our shooting video, you'll be able to see it. But one thing I can say is having it on top of my 22, the field of I had to do a lot of elevation adjustment because it sets up higher than the normal sight line is. So that was just the only thing that I really saw that was kind of out of the ordinary. So that's the Dagger Defense DDHB. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. I want you, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to our videos, because we're just getting started, and we need as much support as we can get. We have opened up an Amazon partnership, but we'll get into that a little bit later. We're just kind of, like I said, this YouTube page is just getting started, so please subscribe. The more support we get, the better off we'll get. And also share our videos, because people might want to know different things about the outdoors and different products. So until next time, remember, God is good, and God is good all the time, and this is God's country. Thank y'all. Have a good one.